Is your man Sir-Earl coming at you? Today is Monday morning, Monday afternoon, almost 12 o'clock. And once again, like I say, if I can get up Monday morning, I'm intending to try to do it on Friday and Saturday. We just got so many other things we got going on that it becomes extremely difficult to get it done by that time. But I do like at least weekly getting it up. Uh, been getting a lot of good responses. Pretty soon, we're going to start selling advertisement, especially if you have an online marketing company or you sell things online. It'll really be good because we have at this time about 75 countries that on a regular basis listen and download episodes from a podcast. So it will allow you to take your business from what you may do locally to doing it globally. We've managed to build a nice little niche. I'm surprised. They always say expect success, but it's just I didn't know anything about podcasts when I started this podcast. So to have 75 countries, some I don't even know where they at, tuning in and downloading and listening every week on a consistent basis is truly a blessing to me. It's truly a gift that I don't take for granted. I guess just like we ain't got shit to do here, they ain't got shit to do overseas either. So they listen to your boy, Sir-Earl, which, like I said, I find very humbling. All right. So we'll get on with this subject today. I'm gonna try to this weekend. I was trying to do a question and answer with me and Chie Facebook Live question and answer podcast. But she's so busy with her things, starting her own corporation, clothing line, foot products, all type of stuff she's doing, new phones, bank accounts, everything. So um, I'm having a hard time pinning her down to help me, even though I've helped her with her career. Uh, to pin her down is very, very difficult. So one of these episodes, hopefully the next one, that'll get done this Friday or Saturday. Hopefully we can do that. I think that's something that the listening people wants to hear. They don't always want to hear me talk anyway. So what I want to cover, what I want to talk about in this podcast, and like I said, I don't write down any podcasts. I don't research. I don't do any of that. I just I go by feel, instinct, whatever you want to call it. So today, one of the things that's been on my mind a lot lately is living up to your potential. We seem to be motivated by other people, what they're doing, how much weight they done lost, whatever, what kind of car they got, how big a house, or whatever. Um, Motivation to me, as I've always said, is a fleeting emotion. You only feel like if you only feel like working when you're motivated, you're not going to get that far in life. You have to be disciplined. So what I wanted to do was cover the subject of your potential. It's the only thing that every day you wake up, you can look in the mirror and you can gauge what you're doing, where you're at. I look around now, and we live in this society that everybody settles for mediocre. So it's no one's living up to their not a lot of people are living up to their potential. And what I find sad about that is that I am a firm believer in one day we're going to meet our maker, regardless of who or what you believe in, God, Jesus, Buddha, Allah, whoever. One day we're going to meet that person. And one thing that we all come into agreement with is that we're put on this earth for a reason. No one was just put here because, your maker or God, I call him God, had nothing else to do. We were put here for a reason and a purpose. Um, and they instilled, our higher source instilled in us everything that we need to pursue the purpose of our potential in which we were put on this earth to do. Um, the sad part about it is that I think a lot of people don't live up to their potential. They're driven by forces that they shouldn't be driven by. Mainly jealousy, envy, what this person got, what they ain't got, whatever it may be. Um, I believe that, and this is my driving force. I believe that one day when we leave this earth, we're gonna go to whoever our maker is, and we're gonna go before him, and he sees everything, and he's gonna say, "Let me show you the person that I intended for you to be." Um, so if you show up and you spend your time on earth overweight, and your maker wanted you to uh, be a certain way. He didn't want you to be overweight and unhealthy. Um, he didn't intend for you to settle for a job, or a person, man or female. A lot of things that we do were not intended for us. That's why it just doesn't feel right. Um, we can kid ourselves into believing it does. But when I meet my maker, when I meet God, I want to be an exact duplicate of that person that he meant for me to be. Um, I believe I was spared a lot of things. I come from an area where 98% of the people don't make it out alive. They're either dead or incarcerated. So you take that 98%, you add in, I lived that lifestyle. I lived that gangbanging lifestyle. I had a daughter when I was 14 years old. I was in jail by the time I was 11. I lived that life. So now you take that 98%. I was in that 98% that's not supposed to make it out. I didn't live a life where Inglewood was just my address. I mean, I lived that street life. I went to jail. I went to the Audi home. I've done all those things. Um, so now when you look and you say, okay, only 2% is supposed to make it out, how many of that 2% is supposed to own a successful business for over 2 decades, live in the south suburbs, and at the time take on a field and a profession in personal training that was not typical uh, for us. I mean, it was like we opened up a business. It was a rib joint barbecue shop or hair salon. That was what was meant for us. So to go in a profession where you have people paying for your expertise at between $40 and $50 an hour it was not heard of 20 plus years ago. It's a little bit more common now, but it wasn't when I got into it over 20 years ago. Okay, so out of that 2% that made it through that struggle, that hard time, to own your own business, to one of the caliber of what I've managed to build, it just wasn't a common thing. It just was it was a purpose that was given to me. I know by a higher source. So if people ask me, I mean, I don't walk around quoting Bible quotes and carrying Bibles and attending churches every Sunday. I don't do that. I try to live my life the way that my life was meant to be lived, and that is pursue your purpose, treat other people good, and help do something. I mean, I change people's lives through physical fitness. That's what I do. I'm not a trainer. Trainers, to me, a lot of them, I don't want to badmouth any of them, but what I do, because my teaching was more than just training. I learned a lot about life growing up the way that I did and going through the things that I went through. So I get to help change people's lives through physical fitness. They come here to get in shape, or for whatever reason they come here, heart attacks, hip implant, I mean, whatever their reason for seeking a training. Our reputation is impeccable. We get a lot of people that have heard a lot of great things about us. So they come to us, and because I try to be diverse. I don't want to be just a gym rat that all I can do is talk about this weight, that weight. No, no. I mean, personal training is what I do. It's not who I am. So I try to read a lot. I read about 15, 20 pages a day. I try to learn a lot. I try to meditate. And I was not a reader in school, probably because I didn't like the things I was reading. Whereas now, it's nothing for me to read 15, 20 pages a day of something meaningful. More mainly business biographies, mental stimulation, um, things like that. I study that a lot. So I do read a lot every day, and it is very helpful to be able to talk about something more than just training, just working out. I don't watch a lot of the news because it's always so negative to me. I try to keep my mind fixed on the positive things in life. So I try to stay away from the Kardashians and love and hip hop and all that bullshit. To me, that's very, very negative. I grew up with real life. I don't need to see it on TV. So I try to keep my mind fixed on something positive all the time. Whether it's reading, listening, watching, whatever it is, I try to keep a positive mindset. But anyway, what I wanted to be able to do, like I said, is it's the only person that can judge are they living up to their true potential or not is themselves. And if they say they are, they're lying. We can always do better. We can always push more. We can always, I mean, you may have a profession that you like, but you may be out of shape. But you tell yourself, oh, I'm happy with the way I look. No, you're not. Stop lying. Look in the mirror and be honest with yourself. I mean, you may be in shape, but you may have a job that you hate. You may have a goal of wanting to go back to school. You may have a goal of wanting to be a great parent. I don't know what it is. You know what it is. And it's two people that we can't lie to. We can't lie to God, and we can't lie to ourselves. Um, so I urge people to look in that mirror and be honest with yourself and realize, am I living up to my potential or not? We can live till we 3,000 years old. We will never live up to our potential. Every day you look in that mirror, there's something else you could change, something else that you could work on, something else you could commit yourself to become a better you. We have so many different parts of our lives: work, kids, school. We have so many different parts. Something is lacking. It's every day at some point in time. Our job is to identify that, work on that, to become completely as well-rounded as possible. So when we are standing before our maker and he says, this is the person that I wanted you to be. This is the person I designed you to be. This is the person I put you on earth to become. I mean, I was saved and spared for a reason, because I wasn't the brightest bulb on the tree. I was hanging with guys doing just as much, I was doing just as much dumb shit as they was doing. And a lot of them are dead, paralyzed, in prison, drug addicts. And I was right there with them every day. I was no smarter. I was spared for a reason. And I wake up every day. I pray for that guidance of that I'm on the right journey. And I go about my day trying to help people, whether it be physical, whether it be mental, no matter what it is. I try my best to help people within my realm, my potential, what I can do, what I can say, how I can guide you. So I really feel that that was my purpose for being saved, because I have seeked and I have a lot of knowledge from 1 to 10. I can indulge in a lot of different things. So I'm urging people to take a look at the mirror. Be honest with yourself. You don't have to discuss it with nobody else. Just be honest with yourself. If you out of shape and don't like how you look, start doing something about it. If you're not as smart as you'd like to be, start doing something about it. Start reading more. It's a lot in knowledge. We are the ultimate adaptation machine. We can learn anything that we want to learn. When they tell you anything is possible, they're telling the truth. Anything is possible if you're willing to learn and put in the time and put in the work. Um, I've come a long way from gang banging in the streets of Inglewood, but I still have a very long way to go. I have a lot of things I got to learn, a lot work on. My son tells me I'm the greatest father. I believe I can be better. My wife Chie tells me I'm a great husband. I believe I can be better. The business associates I deal with tell me I run a great business. I believe I can do better. So every day that I wake up with a purpose of achieving more and more of my potential. And the first thing you have to do, you have to be honest with yourself. Where are you lacking at, and what do you need to work on? Trust me, believe me, every day is going to be something you got to work on. Every single day. Um, so that's what I'm urging people to do is take that honest look at yourself and let's start living up to our potential. Let's start working towards our potential because we can lie to ourselves, but when you meet your maker, you can't lie to him. He had a purpose for you. And just like the story in the Bible with the 3 talents, when you don't live up to that, that's displeasing to him. And so while we're running around quoting this and saying that, we're failing to pass a test that we're going to be judged on. We're going to be judged on that. And there's no getting around it. He sees everything. So, let's do that. Let's start working and trying to live up to our potential and try to be better people and treat people better. It's not that hard. It's not that hard to do. Just have to start being honest with ourselves. All right. So this is your man, Sir-Earl. I'm checking out. So until next week, I'm out of here. About to go out here and eat and do some training and all that good stuff. So until next week, this is your man. Peace.